Welcome to the From Scratch Body. I'm Liv, and today we are looking closer at all the different Magimix components that you get with a Magimix food processor. Let's go. You may have come to my channel because you've seen my Magimix 4200 XL videos or my Magimix Cook Expert videos. I've got my Cook Expert behind me here, hiding in the corner. So a lot of you have asked me questions about the actual components because I obviously talk a lot about the machines themselves and what they do and what you can make in them and stuff. And some of you who haven't actually seen one of these up close, you still have questions because some of it I'm going through pretty quickly and you can't really see it so well and you're kind of like, what is that thing that looks like a screwdriver, or how do the bowls kind of work and stuff. So just a bit of background, I first bought a 4200 XL and I did a couple of videos on that, which put me in contact with Magimix, and they've been amazing, and they gave me the Cook Expert. So when I got the Cook Expert, because it comes with a food processor as well, my 4200 XL was then made redundant and I sold that. I actually kept this blender mix, which didn't come with this food processor, with the Cook Expert, which I'm not quite sure why they chose to do that, but I chose to keep this and I didn't sell this with my 4200 XL set because it goes in the big bowl. I'll come to that in a sec. So what you've got here, just clearing some space, with the regular Magimix food processors, so like a 3200 XL, 4200 XL, 5200 XL, you get the idea. And also with the Cook Expert, you get this. You get a large bowl like this, which has a large blade that you can pop in there. The large blade does not go in the other bowls, it's too big. You can see it goes to the edges. Hang on, let me try and show this. Yeah, it goes to the edges of that bowl. So that cannot be used in any of the others. When the other bowls are stored inside the big bowl, you don't have space to have that blade in. So that has to be stored separately. If you have one of the other food processors, you probably have a box a bit like this, but bigger, which will have the blade in it. Then you have the medium bowl. The medium bowl goes inside the big bowl. You cannot use the medium bowl on the base without the big bowl. That just doesn't work. You have to have the big bowl as a base always. You don't have to use it always, but it has to be in there for you to be able to put either the medium or the small or both inside when you're actually using them. So the medium goes inside. With the medium, you can use these discs. So you get 4 different discs. You have these slices, 2 slightly different thicknesses. Well, you can kind of see the thickness when you do this, but anyway, it might not translate very well. And then you get these graters. So one that can grate fairly large and one that grates much, much smaller. So with that, you have the freedom to do loads of different slicing, grating of, vegetables, cheese, whatever you want to do. Some of you asked, what is this thing? Well, basically, you put this in the medium bowl, and then on top of that, you put whichever disc you're using. So you just make that fit on top, and then you can put the lid on, the top on, and through the feed tube, just put anything you want in here. Leek, cucumber, carrot, whatever you want to do, slice or grate. So yeah, that's what that is. The small bowl you can either have on its own in the big bowl, or, which I prefer, I just kind of, if I use the small bowl, I'll just have it inside the medium, inside the big. And with the small bowl, you get this small blade, which is lovely, super handy for all sorts of stuff, which only fits in the small bowl. And the small blade, you can just store inside the small bowl all the time because it fits in even if you've got, you know, everything stored together. So you can just store this as is. For the big bowl, we also have a couple of other components. Well, okay, so we have this whisk attachment, which when you get a Cook Expert actually fits into the metal bowl. So that fits in here on top of the blade. But I know that not all of you have the Cook Expert, so I'm not going to go into that in too much detail. But you will have something similar to this, maybe I think is like slightly wider and longer. Yeah, it will be because it's meant to go out to the sides of the big bowl. And so you fit that in. If you have something that looks like this, you fit it into the big bowl, and that's to whisk egg whites and stuff like that, which is fantastic for meringues and all sorts of things. You've got the blender mix, which I held on to from my 4200 XL because this big bowl is the same size. So that goes in here. So you want to put the blade in first actually, because this doesn't fit in after. So big blade and then blender mix in there. This is a wonderful tool. It helps mix everything well. So for example, when I use the big bowl for nut butter, I make peanut butter regularly. I have a YouTube short on that, which you can check out. It's great because it has this amazing design which pushes everything back into the middle. So you avoid that thing that a lot of food processors have, where everything just kind of, you know, you blend it for a bit and then it gets stuck on the sides. And this helps you avoid that. So Magimix, please include these with your Cook Expert as well. I had somebody comment on one of my videos that actually the blender mix is to avoid spillage and things like that, and that you should put it in the lid. And I'm sorry, but that's just not right. It's nonsense. This goes in here to mix everything better. That's what the blender mix is for. I use it tons and it is super handy. And it goes in the dishwasher as well. Everything is dishwasher safe. Now I usually I always actually wash my bowls by hand to try and avoid those little scratches that plastic can get. It still gets like some marks though from hard water and stuff, but the blade I put in the dishwasher, this I put in the dishwasher, this I'll put in the dishwasher as well, the whisk, and the grater and slicer discs are absolutely fine to put in the dishwasher as well. So it's really easy to keep everything clean. I hope that's made it clear what all the different parts do and how you use them. If you have any more questions, do drop them below, and please remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.